Okay, we're live again. We're back. Let's load up the game. And let's get the chat on Twitch. Okay. Bear with me, bear with me. Just getting the iPad set up. Okay, hello everyone, we're back. We're downstairs and we have to be quiet because it's bedtime. It's 20 past 11 already. Shit. I hope you can hear me. And I hope it's not too annoying that I'm talking like this. If you need me to turn my mic gain up, please say so. This camera's a bit close, isn't it? Anyway, who's here? I hope you've all got yourself a drink. I hope you are feeling good. I'm on Cotswolds single malt whiskey. I'll put that there. Cheers. Millie's down there. Millie the cat is down there. She's lying. She's sleepy. She's confused because normally I would be in bed and she would be in bed as well, but we're keeping her up. The game is happening, everyone. What occurred? Yetis did indeed start on f4 and d7. Riverwalkers have gone for e7 and c3. That's interesting. Cultists are neighbourless on f5. Be interested to know the order of that, but let's not dig into that. Nomads have gone central. So nomads can get west. They might be blocked from getting east, especially with what's happened here on d6. Yeah, Millie, not Molly, Ghostly. Oh, look, we've got followers. Anup, Aradel, Fruity Harris. I love you all. Thank you for making this worthwhile. Bonus tiles. So we had cultists take the spade, as you would expect. Then we had Yetis did go for temp ship, as suggested. Riverwalkers did take the priest, as you would sort of expect. And that left nomads going for 6 coins. They didn't go for worker power. I guess that nomads are thinking maybe to hit round 2 hard and maybe sanctuary, stronghold. This sash tile is sat there waiting for someone to jump on it. Hey Aradel, thank you for coming back. What was I saying? This sash tile, everyone wants it round 2. Nomads want it. Riverwalkers maybe don't want it. Yetis and nomads certainly want that tile, so they are going to be racing to do their actions. What has happened? Yetis have taken the double spade, I presume. They've gone over to d6, they've got down to g2, taken the 2 reds, and then hopped across to i6. How? How have they got so many spades? Have they got both spade actions in round 1? Tuna, Nomad's Advanced Ship, good shout. So they took the 6 coins, they took the priest action, and they're advancing ship. So they are going to be able to build D3, B2 now. Yeti took 2 spade and 1 spade, so all the spades going for Yetis in their fight against Riverwalkers. Riverwalkers have unlocked the blue terrain with their priest, which let them build on D5. So that's interesting. So they've gone to G3. They're going to get to H4. They are going to need to unlock. I mean, they're going to need to unlock grey pretty quickly, right? They need to get on grey, and then they need to get to this C2, E4, and then they can get down to G1 and they're happy. Do we like their chances of doing that? Is anyone going to take this C2 hex from them? I guess not. I guess they're not too worried about that. Halai is doing Yeti's things of... he's now spent 3 power for a worker. I'm distracted because the cat is meowing over there. So again, let's sort of talk about Yetis in the abstract. Their faction ability, for those that aren't familiar, if there are new players here, I know we had Dirty Apples and Aradel, I'm not sure if you're familiar. Their faction ability is that they can take every power action for 1 power less, which is really strong. When they build the stronghold, they can take power actions that have already been taken. So, you know, the coins action gets taken a lot. Yetis can repeatedly take it in the same round. So that means Yetis like getting a lot of leech. Now, Yetis had no neighbour on D7, so they're not getting any leech there. But here on F4 and G2, they're getting a lot of leech. So they are gobbling that up like I gobble whiskey. Then that means Yetis have scored a load of points from digging round 1. So they started on 40, they've taken some leech, and they're still on 40 points. Where's the cat gone? I need to look out for the cat. Millie, where are you? She wants to go up. Cat duty. Ghostly says, so Riverwalkers are not connected, is that right? My understanding is that this counts as Riverwalkers being connected, because they can still connect through land even if they can't build through land. And that is reflected in this connection count here. They are on a connection of 4, which means they are connected. That is important. Tuna says, I think Riverwalkers want black to go east on C4. Yeah, black would be good to get through there. And then they've got all this northeastern stretch. Sorry, I'm really distracted by the cat. They've got all this northeastern stretch that they can build through. Yeah, they can connect through land. I know Yetis from what turned out to be a fake acing game. That's a funny story. So Aradel's turn-based TMTL league, they played a whole game that was the wrong game. You played a game where I think you played 2 games with all 4 players the same. Is that right? What we worked out, which is quite funny. Come on in. Come on in. Why don't you go upstairs? Oh, we're confusing the cat, everyone. She's not meant to be awake this late. The reason Yetis went for 40 is it a low scoring track? Yeah, it's low scoring. The big building tile went to cultists in round 2. So are we going to see, I'm guessing we're going to see a sanctuary on E6. Sorry everyone, the cat is really making her voice heard. We need her to go up to bed, really. So I think we're going to see a cultists sanctuary here. They've got the resources. They are happy. It was the only one you did well in Aradel. Never mind. Never mind. Look at all these open cult spots. What's happened in round 2? Matt the Lesser has taken the double spade, and then Dongichote has taken the coins with Riverwalkers. Riverwalkers don't have any priests. And Nomads. Deep Finesse has gone straight for a shipping upgrade, so Nomads are getting to 2 ship. So they're going to be able to build B1 and G4. So Nomads are getting that distance, scoring in. This is the thing that I'm not good at, is thinking about the Fire and Ice extra scoring early in the game. And clearly Deep Finesse, the crafty man that he is, he's got that on his mind. Riverwalkers distance scoring is looking tricky. They're centered in the middle and they can obviously build out from there, but it's going to be hard. They're relying on keeping that black clear, keeping that grey clear. I mean, if they get black and grey, they're laughing. They've got H5, I9, H6, I10, C2, C1. I mean, black and grey is big, and they have unlocked black. Did they take a priest action, or was that the start of the round? Come on. Oh, and the lights have gone off. The lights have gone off, everyone. We need to turn the lights on. Or shall I just do it? Should we just do it like this? Let's turn the lights on. There we go. Oh, this cat is really in trouble. What's going on? Deep Finesse might spade the brown in the north to connect A7. That is a good point, Ghostly, that Nomads are not currently connected, and with this central island, we're on revised base map, by the way, everyone remember that. With this central area, Nomads are blocked from connecting currently, but they take A6. So they've got the spade on the bonus card. There we go. They've got A6. As long as they keep A5 under check, they're happy. This is a nice economic start for Nomads, but they're not going to build many dwellings next round in the dwelling round. Can you hear the cat? She's talking. She's yowling a lot. You have your light switch on your... Yeah, man. Hive lights. Energy prices. Yeah. Not only is this costing me sleep, it's costing me precious energy at whatever it costs per kilowatt hour now currently in the UK. So what's going on Halai is taking a priest. Halai got the first priest to air, which means he's going to get 3 cult workers at the end of this round. That's pretty tasty. Cultists get the priest on fire. And presumably Halai then gets another priest. How are Yetis looking? They can connect, and they've got room to expand in this southwest, and they're close to the north as well, so they're looking good on distance, and they have got room. They'd like more neighbours. I feel they can always do with leech, and the problem they'll have is that good players know to deny them leech. We got the cat. We got the cat. Hopefully she can sleep on me lap. Got lots of people spectating. I hope they're on Twitch. Not much is happening. I feel like they're playing quite slow, which is not good for me. It's not good for my co-workers tomorrow. Who do we like, chat? Who do we think are good here? Yeah, I mean, these are good players, man. You feel like they've all had pretty good starts. Deep Finesse has got things going. He's working that revised base map. Cultists, you feel like they're maybe not in a great spot. They've got no neighbours in the east. Are they going to connect? Maybe they do through I7, but it's a stretch. They're going to need a lot of stuff. They've got Earth 2. Earth 1 has been taken by Nomads, Riverwalkers, and Cultists. That means that Yetis have missed Earth 1 when we said that they might be struggling for points. Is that a downside for the Yetis? Maybe. Mr. Fickles, hello. Good to see you. Good to see Mr. Fickles saying that he still enjoys TM, even though he doesn't play very much. Sort of true of me as well. I haven't been playing much recently. My Terra Mystica Tuesday League game earlier was postponed because we were missing Swiss Stack. Hope you're okay, Swiss Stack, wherever you are. We're thinking of you. Our favourite marmot. So yeah, I didn't play earlier. I've played one game live in TMTL this season and lost horribly. So hopefully we'll turn that around. Yeah, who do we like, chat? Who do we think is in a good spot? I'm saying at the moment, I'm not saying Nomads. They've had a strong start, but you've got to play the track a little bit, surely. I mean, am I saying Riverwalkers? Riverwalkers have got all this next round. They're going to build A10, A11, H5. They take a priest, they unlock H6. They unlock grey, sorry. They're not looking brilliant on distance scoring, but I think all that side, if I'm Riverwalkers, I'm happy. If they unlock grey, they can get C2, C1. I'm Team Riverwalkers here. Jekyll says hi. Hello, Jekyll. Mr. Fickle and Jekyll are our favourite power couple in Terra Mystica. plug the podcast, why not? Here it is, Fire 2 on air. Listen on SoundCloud, listen on Spotify, listen on Apple Podcasts. Haven't released a podcast in a while. We've got some good ones recorded. I've just been really busy, man. It's life, it's been busy. People have been failing to stream, they've been making me stream several times. All of that time I could have been editing a podcast and giving you the content you want. Instead I've been here on Twitch. But it's summer, you know, stuff's busy. But we've got some good podcasts coming up, so please subscribe. That's the cat. I shouldn't stroke her. She needs to sleep. I need to sleep. We're all getting tired. Lux says, what happens to the Riverwalkers? Oh, I was going to say, stream Fire 2 on air. Mr. Fickles and Terra Mystica Power Couple. That's what you want. Download that. Listen to it. It's good stuff. Lux says, what happens with the Spades of Riverwalker? They can't use them. This is good. We're spending more time just randomly Googling stuff than actually watching the game. But I think that's fine. They're taking so long. They're playing so slow. We've got time to do what we want. Let's find the Riverwalkers. Here is the best line from the Fire and Ice rules document. Riverwalkers do not know what spades are. They cannot use them. They see a spade and they're like, what on earth could you possibly do with that thing with a pointy end? If they saw a spade, they would probably try to use it to row a boat. So they just can't use spades. That's it, simple as. If they get a spade, say from a cult reward, sorry, the Zoom is going crazy. If they get a spade, I think I'm right in saying that they just don't get anything. Like nothing happens. It's not even like it's not even like if the Dragon Lords get a spade, they don't use it to transform a hex, but they get 1 power, which is the equivalent of a spade. Riverwalkers just get naffle. We're into round 3, and it is action on Nomads first up. They take the coins. They got to 2 ship last round, but they didn't use it. They've left B1 open. I guess they want to build some dwellings this round, so they've got 3 dwellings and they've got Earth 1, so they can build G4 and B1. They've got enough workers for a hard dig. I'm guessing we maybe see them dig H3 or something with another ship advance. They've got a lot of resource. Action on cultists. Cultists have got fewer resources. They're on 5 and 4. Like I said, I'm not sure what cultists are up to. They're on temp ship. As soon as they try and take, I mean they go to B3. As soon as they take B3, Nomads are gonna snap up A5 like I snap up whiskey. A spade is useful in case you need it to hit the other guy in the face. What is that, Battlefield 1, where you can use a spade as a melee attack? I watched a video about Battlefield 1, like a retrospective review of, and when I say Battlefield 1, I mean the one about World War 1. That was a good game. You know what else is a good game? Terra Mystica is a good game. Matt the Lesser is still thinking about this, so he's not sure what to do. He does dig B3. Surely Nomads are going to take A5. I mean, they don't need it. They are connected. Nomads, actually. Interesting moment here. But yeah, Matt the Lesser's taken the double spade for B3, G5. While in the income round, so I think, again, if you're not familiar with Riverwalkers, here is the action. So on their income, Don Quixote spent a priest and a coin to unlock the grey faction, so they can now build on black, blue, green and grey. Happy days. So they've gone to C2. Nomads do indeed take A5, so cultists can still get to A7, but that's not quite cultists' connection gone, because they can still theoretically connect through the south, but it's looking unlikely. What we were saying about Riverwalkers is that they are now on C2, so they can build C1, D1. It is actually quite impressive how much the map has opened up for Riverwalkers here. They can get every hex from I10 to E1, D1, A2 right now, just with what they've unlocked already. They've got they build E4, so now they're through to the south as well. This is nice. I mean, I wanted to go to bed early. I feel like we could possibly just end this because it's Riverwalkers. They've got it. Fruity, they're nearly out of dwellings as always. An excellent point. It's a weird round this, because if you're out of dwellings, do you build trading posts? The lights have gone off again. This is the problem with having your lights on a smart system, is they automatically turn off when you don't want them to. The cat is still awake. She needs to sleep. Yeah, so do you build your trading posts now with a view to getting more dwellings down? It's a tricky round to balance here. You don't want to. You could build your trading posts with a view to building a town in round 4, I guess, is the play. Deep Finesse is building a trading post in the north, so he is going for it in order to free up dwellings. I guess that means he's expecting to build 3 more dwellings this round. G4, B1, another? Not sure. Don Quixote likewise goes for a trading post up in the north on B5. Chris, thank you for your strategic insight. Chris needs to take G1 away from Yetis for their 3rd town. G1 here. Oh, there's some insight. So this hex is contested currently. Yetis don't have any shipping. So you think Riverwalkers need to get down there to G1. Interesting. That's a big blow for Yetis if they don't get down there. Yetis are meanwhile doing Yetis things. They have their stronghold up. And they've spent 3 power to get 7 coins with the coins action. and they can just hammer that coins action now every time. Very happily. Riverwalkers don't take G1 yet, but it's not threatened yet. They go for F2 currently. Yetis use their... When was that dug? Was that dug previously? I might have missed that. Yeah, that's been sitting as an ice hex for a while. Yetis do have a spade in hand on the pass. Scroll. That's an interesting thing about the ice factions. Again, for those who are new, if you dig a hex to ice, no one can dig it back. It's permanently ice. So Halai was able to leave that hex hanging for however long it was, safe in the knowledge that no one can build on it. Mr. Fickles. Mr. Fickles, are you in Spain currently? Or is that just Jekyll? If you are, I hope you're having a lovely time. Jekyll is convinced that Ghostly is twins with actor Carl Urban. I'm not familiar with Carl Urban. Let's look it up. Oh. That guy. Now, I have personal photos of Ghostly the King. I obviously can't, I probably shouldn't share them with you, but I've got a photo here. It's basically a spitting image. So Ghostly is not only our king, but he is a famous actor. Incredible. What a multiply talented chap King Ghostly is. Look at him. But it's only with the beard, yeah, it's the beardy look. Look at that, it's Ghostly. Great stuff. His first Hollywood role was in the 2002 horror film Ghost Ship. Did we miss that? Whoa. Ghost Ship. Incredible. That's so good. This made it all worth it. The cat is still awake. She needs to sleep. I need to sleep. But it's the Premier League of Terra Mystica for everyone. I would shout about how great it is, but I can't. I have to speak quietly. Riverwalkers have passed. So Riverwalkers, interesting, they did not secure G1. They did not build their final dwelling. Why were they so keen to pass? They passed for 6 coins. They must have town aspirations. Are they 2-key towning it? It doesn't seem that good for them. Cultists have been putting in the work on the Earth Cult. They're up to the 7th spot. They're going to get 8 power income from the Fire Cult this time. So they're getting those cult rewards. They're doing cultist things. Yes, Simon, it is the ASMR stream. And yeah, if anyone has joined late and is wondering why I'm talking so quietly, it's because my wife is asleep. Chris, you assumed nomads would take e3. But if they don't, then Riverwalkers can take that instead. Riverwalkers e3. Dirty Apples is here. Let's plug Dirty Apples podcast. Come on. Nothing's happening in the game. Meeples, bits, and analog sticks. Here it is. Look at this. It's Dirty Apples. This is his podcast. He talks about Terra Mystica in this one. I listened to it. Yeah, Great Western Trail, a little bit of Terra Mystica chat, good times. There we go. Another podcast for you all. Round 3 is over. We're halfway through, everyone. It's a shame that it has to be over so soon, but I really need to go to bed. This camera's so close. So, what is Dongachoti? Why was he so keen to pass? He takes a coin action. Interesting. Feels like... yeah, feels like it's an interesting... Is it a water 1? Are we seeing a water 1 rush? No. Are nomads getting a town? Sanctuary town for nomads? They've got no coins. They've got a load of power to use as coins. Who is going to be first up with the town? It's going to be Matt the Lesser. Upgrade the trading house to a temple. D4. So Matt the Lesser has got tempo on a town. Nomads are going to go for a sanctuary town. They're on the sash tile. I can say my sash tile story. I made it the sash tile. I texted my friend, said we need a new name for this tile, and I'm going to call it the sash tile and hope it catches on. And it did catch on. It's the sash tile now. But yeah, it looks like cultists do have tempo in a town. You feel like they're going to take the 2 key town. Maybe they don't need it though. Maybe they just need a 8-point town. They're not threatened on fire at all. That gets them to the 8th spot on Earth. It'll give them a lot of econ from the 8 from the 2 key town, but they've got 10 power already. You're on a hiatus. Anyway, listen to the old episodes. Still no towns yet. That's just because they're playing slow. It's a water 1 rush, folks. It's a water 1 rush, and Riverwalkers have missed it. Was that coin action worth it for Riverwalkers? Would they rather have had water 1? You're not denying the coins to Yetis, because Yetis can just take it all day long. Yetis had to choose between water 1 and the 2 key town. So Yetis could have bridged for a town in the south down here. We've got a bit of stuff going on here that is way over my head. I'm a noob. can't pick up on this stuff, but basically, Chris is on it. I think we're saying that Matt gambled on. There's a little bit of table talk here. I don't know if you can see that great on the stream, but Matt gambled on taking water 1, thinking that the 2 key town would come back round him because Halai would also want water 1. I think that's what's gone on there. Correct me if I'm wrong, experts. Yeah, Chris agrees with me. So Matt now builds a trading post here. And stuff like that is why Terra Mystica is a... Shall I swear? It's late and I've been drinking. Terra Mystica is a fucking good game because stuff like that is great. He takes a risk of building a trading post, building a temple for water 1, and it comes back and he gets the 2 key town that he wanted. I hope he didn't overflow on power. You assume he did his conversions correctly. Happy days. Meanwhile, Halai is just repeat taking those coin actions. That's the other thing about being Yetis, is he's not worried about bridge pressure anymore. And he can just smash it. Like, good stuff. So the 2 key town has gone, which is cool. What are Riverwalkers doing town-wise? Like, what's best for them? I guess they build a sanctuary town here in the centre. What do they take with their sanctuary at this point, though? Is it Air 1? I mean, we're going to find out. Here we go. It could be Fire 2. Yeah, it is Fire 2. So Fire 2 for the Riverwalkers, which makes you think they're at least planning 2 further towns. Can they get any more towns this round? They can build A10, A11, and trading post C4. So yeah, they're going to get 1 more town in this round. That's canny. As canny as they would say in the northeast. Fire 2. Fire 2 on air. So yeah, I mean, points wise, how are we looking? Cultists have got the point lead despite being the lowest bid faction. Super canny. I think people who, I don't know, can we do a poll in chat? What do you think? What do you know Super Chani as now? Do you know him as Super Toasty or Super Chani? I see a lot of people calling him Super Toasty now. I think maybe that has to be his permanent name. Yeah, come on. Who do we think's winning? I'm really up on Riverwalkers, but then they haven't scored that many points. And they've missed Water 1. Water 1 with 2 trading post rounds. You're going to get points for your trading posts anyway, so maybe it's not awful to miss Water 1. But yeah, Halai builds his bridge to form the Yetis town. You're a stick hole. Sorry if that burp came through on the mic. great ASMR. Something about Halai's game now, obviously. Whoa. Halai said, pardon. Is he watching the stream? Millie does sound unimpressed. She's unimpressed that we're all still awake and it's past midnight. Look. 10 o'clock is my bedtime. 10 o'clock is Millie's bedtime too. Ooh, Zoras is spectating. Come in the stream, Zoras. How I took that long to form his town. This is not good. We need to be in bed. I told them to play fast. Millie needs to be in bed. I had a point to make about Yetis. It was going to be a really good point. Yes. The point I was going to make about Yetis is, other than this central area in sort of the early game, and throughout the game in fairness, they've been getting no leech in the east. This has been 0 leech because they came and built next to cultists. I guess they got built next to here on D6, and when Riverwalkers upgrade this to a trading post, they're going to get some more leech, but they're not getting the leech that they would really crave as the Yetis. Yetis will win distance and win or tie network. So we think Yetis are still on for distance. Do we? We're going to see a sort of a late game explosion. They don't have Earth 1 though, so this is one of the things that I find weird about the sort of Earth 1 thing is there's this dichotomy that if you don't take Earth 1, you think you're going to use the econ to build to win network, right? And here you're going to try and win distance. But then when you're building out those dwellings in order to do that, they're not scoring you points. I always find that hard to balance in my mind. Yetis took a power town, which is cool. That's one of the cool things about Yetis, is that you see the power town get taken sometimes. There it is. Happy to see that. The cat really wants to go out, but she's not allowed because it's late. Deep Finesse has built his town up in the north, a sanctuary town with a fire to take. Yeah, Deep Finesse took fire too. Oh, that is nice from Yetis. I didn't consider the fact that they can take 2 bridges in a round. I sort of forgotten that that's a thing that they can do, but they can take another bridge from their stronghold power and build another town here. These players are good, man. This is the Premier League of Terra Mystica. These are the best players in the world. Chris. Riverwalkers will get some good distance points here. Yeah, I think Riverwalkers are looking nice on distance. Cultist connection is still not dead. Nomads are on 2 shipping. I mean, Nomads are going to take I7 and Riverwalkers shut them off on H4. Cultists aren't connecting, and I think Matt knows that, and I think that's why he's on no shipping. What is he doing for the rest of the game? I don't know. I'm not really sure what cultists do here. Just build a load of trading posts with Water 1, I guess. Come on. try and get the cat settled. 30 VPs from trading posts for Yetis, we're saying, Chris. So that is what? 6 points per trading post. We're thinking 5 trading posts they can build. Was that before they built this D6 one, maybe? Not sure. Nomads, Deep Finesse. Again, for those new to the Terra Mystica Tuesday League, we're on season 5. Yeah, 5. Deep Finesse won seasons 1, 2, and 3 of the Terra Mystica Tuesday League. He is a legend of TMTL, but last season he was dethroned by Matt the Lesser, and Matt the Lesser is the reigning champion in the Terra Mystica Tuesday League. And I mean, let's look at the standings. How's Deep Finesse doing this season? He's got a second place and a loss. So, you know, it's not looking brilliant. Let's try and get the cat up again. Here she is. She's back. You can see her tail anyway. Oh, Lustrous is messaging me. I'm free now. Oh. Lustrous is offering to stream. I feel like we should just do it. Rather than you all having to hop onto another one. I don't know. He says I don't know anything about Fahrenheit fractions. Hey Smoo, thanks for coming. Lux, sounds like the colour is empty of Deep Finesse's printer. That is weirdly poignant. Yeah. Don't know what to say. It's quite emotional. Maybe Riverwalkers are taking yellow next for distance plus a third town. Here we go. So we're talking H1 B6. Yeah, seems pretty strong. They can get A2 I10 currently. Yes. There's like a thing for, I never understood that heuristic for counting distance. It's like you go across and then take away. I never worked that one out. Anyway, we won't worry too much about that. Yetis still haven't built anymore. They've taken the bridge. Riverwalkers do take G1, like he said, so that, I mean, that sort of blocks Yetis. The other thing that Yetis have is that they can upgrade digging for 1 worker and 5 coins. So with the big econ, they get slightly cheaper dig upgrades. So maybe they could dig through, I mean, maybe they could go I4, I3, maybe they can dig through the south. That's not great though. I'm not sure if you're Yetis, what your game plan is right now. Look at this champion Halai though, playing on a mobile device. True skill to be able to pull off Premier League games on a mobile device. Although, as we established, he is potentially stream sniping. Can we try and bait him into saying something else? Halai, if you can hear us, talk in the chat. What favours does Halai have? Here you go. Here are your favours, everyone. High age. Yeah. Yetis opened with Air 2 and then took Water 1. Cultists went Earth 2, Earth 1, and then Water 1. Is he making a sanctuary for Air 1? How I don't know. Riverwalkers have passed onto the big building tile. They already have their sanctuary. I'm guessing we're likely to see the stronghold from the Riverwalkers, maybe in the next round. I missed it, but Riverwalkers did get this second town in the north, like we predicted, and they've got both 8-point cult step towns, so they are competing on the cults. The cults are pretty congested because obviously you've got cultists. Yetis have sent 3 priests to the water cult, which is cool, and that gives them 2 digs at the end of next round. So even with those cult towns, Riverwalkers are not super competitive on the cults. Which again, I've been backing Riverwalkers all the way, but they don't have a load of points, and they're not winning cults. But like we said, we think they're pretty damn good on distance and network. They're already at 12 network. Halai's doing his stuff. He's taking a long time thinking. Can you see it in my eyes? We need to go to bed. A prediction. Yes, Age. Come on, everyone. Give us your predictions. Age is saying Yetis for the win. Yetis have the point lead. Are we? Yeah, I mean, are we just going to see an explosion of track points? Water 1 points, sorry, from Yetis. It seems like maybe they're in a good place. They're getting leech from cultists now in the east, and cultists, like we've established, they're not going anywhere. Cultists are only going to build in the east now, and every time they do so, they're giving leech to the Yetis, and it's, I mean, around this dwelling, it's cheap leech as well. It's free leech. Let me zoom back out slightly. There we go. It's round 5, everyone. Round 5 of 6, or year 5 if you use that nomenclature. Who's a fan of the year nomenclature? I think Mr. Fickles uses years, and I think he uses scrolls as well. Years and scrolls, as opposed to rounds and pass tiles. Chris, backtrack wildly on your prediction that Yetis will win distance and network. They've lost G1, taken the 11 points. You guess they've given up on a tough network battle. Interesting. Go for 2nd on distance, 3rd on network, without building any more dwellings. That's the thing now. Everybody knows that with cultists sort of locked up here, you can get a really cheap 3rd place on network. You basically have to build 6 or 7 structures, and you've beaten cultists on network. Years sounds like something the Scroll Crowd would say. Exactly. Lux, I think instead of going 3 power dig, they could just advance dig. You're talking Yetis, I presume. Yeah, you'd like to. So Yetis have advanced digging once. Yeah, you're right. Um, Meanwhile, Matt Lesser has sent a priest for a single bump on Earth to lock up the Earth cult, I guess, for a bit of economy from that power. He's got a load of resources, Matt. He's got 12 workers and 20 coins, 7 powers in bowl 3. We can see here. But what's he going to do with it? He's got water 1 and earth 1, so he's just hammering those, I guess. That's his game, hammer those. You feed the Yetis little free leeches, and in return you get cult steps back. That's an interesting dynamic though, because in the cults it's Yetis versus cultists in the cults. So every time Yetis take that free leech, they're giving up cult steps to cultists. Terra Mystica, man, is so good. It's such a good game. The Premier League. Claybo's the year guy. Sorry, I don't mean to accuse. I like years. I'm not anti years. I like years. I like scrolls. I like Trading House. I'm a fan of all of those. I might not use them myself, but I've got nothing against them. Landscapes. I hate landscapes. But all of that stuff, I'm not against it. We've recorded a Fire 2 on air with Claybo and Barnwell as well, which I need to edit. Oh, I need to do editing. If only I didn't have to spend my whole time streaming. Follow everyone. Follow, smash that subscribe button for the Terra Mystery Cats. And I will love you forever. It's 20 past midnight. We're not doing a post-game interview or anything like that. I literally can't, I can't do it with my setup. I don't think. When this game is over, we're out of here. You can take it to the post-game chat and talk amongst yourselves. I am going to bed. What's happening? Halai. So Halai has done a triple dig. Okay, we should pay attention. We should pay attention to this because Halai has taken H3 and A12. So I think we can say now that Halai is going for distance. He's got digs fully upgraded. He's going to get down to H1 with another triple dig, I presume. Although he's starting to run out of workers, but he can just take worker actions, and he's got basically unlimited digs. Age says, is that a third Yeti's town in the southwest? I think you might be right. I think we are looking at another town forming. He's on 85 points. Team Yetis. Are we on Team Yetis? We haven't talked about deep finesse on Nomads much. I feel like what's been going on? They haven't got any further favour tiles. They're building out a town here in the west. They're going to be competitive on network, but yeah, I'm not sure what else Nomads are doing. They're not competing on cults. Age. This is why we have Age, everyone. Forthright opinions. Yeti's in first. Clearly, Yeti's in first. Clearly, Nomads in fourth. And then Riverwalkers and Cultists, a toss up. Yeah, no coins for Nomads. They'll get all their trading posts out, which again, for the newer players, Nomads trading posts, once you get all 4 on the board, you're racking up 11 coins around as income, so that's one of Nomad's strengths as a faction. Get all 4 trading posts out, and you are a happy camel rider. But yeah, not much else going for Nomads really. I'm still nursing the whiskey. Look at that. I've only had this one glass. Too busy talking. So we're on Yetis, are we? But Nomads have got a lot of points in hand. A reminder that the 40 faction was Yetis by a reasonable margin, by sort of 15-ish points. So yeah, this could be a cool Yetis game. If you're still watching Tuna, you've got to be worried about Halai. Halai joined Terra Mystica Tuesday League kind of with the express aim of getting into Europe Division 1 and getting into the Premier League and winning. He beat Mr. Harris in a very close final match in Europe Division 1 last season. He got in the Premier League and he's showing us what he's got. Right. In the meantime, Don Quixote has built the Riverwalker Stronghold. The Riverwalker Stronghold gives him 2 immediate bridges, and so we've got a nice cool town here in the west. That's a good town. 2 bridges. Riverwalkers, pretty nice. So Riverwalkers have built, that is the thing though, Riverwalkers have built all of their towns and they've not got a lot of points. They've got a trading post to build. That frees them up a dwelling. And then they're on to just sort of building temples. They build a temple for Air 1. They're on the big building pass tile though. I mean, I'm flip-flopping here. I'm U-turning more than the terrible British government, but yeah, it's not clear that there's a load of points coming for Yetis. For Riverwalker, sorry. We think they're losing distance to Yetis, but we think they're winning network, maybe. Chris, you don't remember it being that close. Halai absolutely owned that league. Except for his very first move, which was to bid Swarmlings down by 17 points as a protest against their inclusion. Let's have a look at Europe Div 1 last season. I mean, you were tied going into the final game, right? It was 12 points apiece, but he's saying that single 1 point was when he screwed up playing Swarmlings. I guess this game. Halai Swarmlings. Okay. Halai is good at Terra Mystica. I'm running out of superlatives. Halai is a bloody good player, and I think, he's just never had the luck or the breaks or whatever, or never quite put it together in Fire to Open. But I think what we're seeing in TMTL is he's a really fun player to watch. He'll take Yetis, he'll go with them. He's not an old Fire and Ice Factions player. I'm think I'm right in saying that he hasn't been playing the Fire and Ice ladder for years, or been playing Fjords League. I think when the Fire and Ice factions came to... Yeah, because he came on the podcast and he said he hadn't played the Fire and Ice factions, and I think we did a competition and someone won the right to play the first ever game against Halai on Fire and Ice factions. So he's new to this, but he's playing them. He clearly gets Terra Mystica in such a way that he can just play these factions and play them very well. He's doing, smart Fire and Ice stuff, like leaving that Ice Hex dangling. He's secured it. He prevents Riverwalkers from taking it or whatever. I love Halai. I love him so much. Come on. I know it's late, but let's not get silly. Let's keep things on an even keel. I'd say relative to other strong players, Halai is high ceiling, low floor. Yeah, I think I'd agree, H. He plays like a high variance sort of game. Cool, so we're moving to the end of round 5. Nomads have passed. I really hate to be such a downer on Nomads game, but I'm not even sure what they did much this round. And that has left an interesting opening for the cultists here. Wow, I might actually be doing like some insight here. Am I? Matt the Lesser has advanced shipping. Is he gonna go? No, he doesn't have enough resources. Is he gonna do a sneaky late connection while Nomads have passed? Nomads are only on 2 shipping. Am I being ridiculous here that Matt the Lesser is going to advance ship and do something like take double dig? He's on a spade. He's going to dig H5. Build. He's going to advance ship. Dig H5. Dig I7. He's on 2 ship. My goodness. They're sleeping. Who can block him? Riverwalkers can block H4, but only if they build... I mean, Riverwalkers can't block H4. Look at this. Matt the Lesser, the greatest all-round Terra Mystica player in the world, man. This is huge. I thought I would be falling asleep by this point, but this is a good game. Look at the scores as well. 85, 82, 83, 81. It's all to play for. Riverwalkers make it to 82 by virtue of passing on the big building tile. Who does he beat on network though? Okay, that is a question. Cultists have got 7 structures on the board. Yetis have got 5. Nomads 6. Riverwalkers 4. It's correct to say that we're not sure what cultists actually achieve. Sorry, George. You know I'm messing with you. You know. But I mean, anyway, it gives cultists room to expand. And for example, Dongichoti has now accepted his leech. I wasn't keeping track, but I wonder if we started to see some leech declines, or if he thought that maybe he would get his leech declined. Regardless, I mean, maybe it's just a town. Maybe we take. Maybe we build a town down here. It's somewhat interesting as well in that he's now stopped Riverwalkers from expanding down to H5, I9, H6, I10. I'm not sure if that was on the cards for Riverwalkers, but Riverwalkers can still get to C1, right? They can still get to C1, A2. Maybe Matt is thinking of going C1. I'm not sure what he's planning. Anyway, he's passed. He has Air 1, so he gets some points. We are heading into the final round of week 3 of the Premier League. I would be shouting and screaming, but I can't because it's late and my wife is asleep and we can't wake her up. And the cat is finally falling asleep as well. Look at those Colts. 3 Colts locked up for Matt. Man, this is a game. He's on 94 points. Oh, excuse me. He's on 94 points. He's got the points lead. Halai, crucially, has passed onto the only scoring tile. It's the big buildings tile. He doesn't actually have his sanctuary built yet. So that's a thing. How are we looking on resources? Yetis have all the resources in the world. They've got 10, 22. Deep Finesse is first act. He's got 8 workers. He's gonna take the coins, presumably. The cat is meowing. Riverwalkers, not many resources. This is the problem if you're Riverwalkers. You don't get a load of resource. Dongichoti did unlock yellow. So where is he going? He's going B6. Where else though? What yellow is he? Is that a... I mean, I don't know what to call it a blunder, but does he gain much at all from that yellow? I don't know. He can build B6, but that's it. Is that... Has he done the calculations on distance? Maybe they're working out the distance. Deep Finesse is having a bit of a think here. I've realised that I could actually sort of move this window up. No, I can't. Sorry. Oh yeah, I can do that. That's much better, isn't it? Sorry, everyone. I should have had it in that position from the beginning. Then you can see the favourite tiles. So Deep Finesse is really thinking about this. It's always interesting to see when players go in the think tank. He takes the double dig. Interesting. Double dig action goes to Nomads and they build E1 and... No, wait. Sorry, I'm a bit behind on cult digs. Where did the cult digs go? Deep Finesse dug 2 browns. Is this a brown? Folks, what's happened? Was H4 brown? South centre H4. He took that from cultists. Ooh. That's spicy. So Matt the Lesser had used his cult digs on H4 to turn it brown. Immediately denied by nomads. The cat really needs to go to sleep now. Come on. Yeah. Cultists, cultings. So after all that, cultists still get to connect. She's rubbing on the microphone. Sorry, I was distracted. The town was possibly more important than connection. Yeah, I think that's just what I was going to say, Age. The fact is, they wanted a town down there. Can Matt do something like, could he go for advanced digs? I don't think he's got the resource to advance digs and dig that grey. No, he certainly doesn't. So yeah, you feel like that was a town, and you feel like it also means that Riverwalkers can they sneak the air cult? I don't know. The fatigue is setting in, I'm not gonna lie. Lux says cultists can tie nomads on distance by getting C1 here. Interesting. Cultists do have G7, so yeah, if they get somewhere in the northwest, they're looking good on distance. Riverwalkers can obviously take that hex away from them, but maybe Riverwalkers don't have a dog in that fight. Thank you for your strategy advice, everyone. You've been very useful on the chat. I appreciate it. It's hard doing this on your own. Did I mention that I did a freaking Euro stream as well earlier? Life. Sometimes you just gotta stream. That's just what you gotta do. Riverwalkers want to secure their own distance. What are Riverwalkers doing? Riverwalkers have built a trading house. They presumably build B6, assuming Yetis don't take it from them. But where does that get them on distance? They're going F1 to B6. I'm not going to try and work out the distance. Nomads have built a temple for Air 1, so that is Air 1. We're all out of Air 1s. Air 3. Air 3. Who took Air 3? Halai. Trading house to a temple for Air 3. So it's Yetis that are going to win the air cult. With a simple cult pump. B6 for Riverwalkers, we're saying. Yeah, B6 there. There's not much much more for Riverwalkers to do, I guess. They're building a dwelling on C1. They do take C1 just after cultists upgraded to 3 ship. So cultists are connected. They're on 13 network. But Yetis finish higher than that. Do nomads? Where can nomads? Yeah, nomads can build more network. It's a bit close on network though. Cultists have reached the 100 point mark. But post game though, they're getting 28 cult points. That's the right maths, isn't it? 38, 28. So that's significant. Matt goes for a hard dig. I think that was on A8. So yeah, I mean, cultists they've been blocked in this game. Like, I'm not saying maliciously or aggressively per se, but you know, just by the way the cards have fallen, cultists have got blocked. But they've got the points lead. They're doing good. Sam's here. Hi, Sam. Nice to see you. Halai will get workers here. Looking pretty sweet for him. Yeah, not the TP round. That's the thing for look at these coins for Yetis. Absolutely outrageous economy. Yetis. Total madness. They need more workers though. They're working on this town down here. What do you do? They don't have fire 2. They take I3, I1 for dwellings, I guess. I may have to backtrack wildly on my wild backtrack. U-turns. Gotta love the U-turns, Chris. This is a bit weird. The cultists... where are the cultists on the air cult? They've disappeared. Hello. I'm pretty sure normally you can have 3 side by side. It's late. Everybody's tired. I'm tired. Board Game Arena is tired. We've got chat kicking off. Halai is stream sniping. That is why he's good. He's listening to me. He's listening to you guys. He said pardon when I burped. He's noticing the same things as us. Anyway, the cultist's marker is back. And Dongichoti threatened the air cult, and it was snapped up by Halai locking it up. Dongichoti still hasn't built B6 after unlocking yellow. I guess he realises that Halai just isn't going to contest him for it. Which is interesting. Deep Finesse. I can't remember when he built this town, but this town is done. He's got 3 workers left. He's going to build a trading post, which is points. It's still good points. There we go. Yeah, trading post gets him to 100 points. Don't tell Rinse. It is nearly 1 o'clock. And they haven't finished. I told them to play fast. I said, play fast. And they're chatting about cult markers. I'm tired. Millie's tired. I can't keep complaining about being tired though, because Lustrous did offer to take over. So yeah. Hopefully you've enjoyed this Premier League again. Sorry for the relative low energy. I'm excited. This is a great game of Terra Mystica, but we can't shout because she's asleep upstairs. This is not going to be a town for cultists. Cultists are now at that awkward stage where people can accept their leech, and cultists can't get cult bumps. They are stuck. So the free leeches now, people can just accept them. Happy days. Left the Google part. It's a consideration. In Germany, they're an hour ahead. So, I mean, I'm complaining about being tired, but at least I don't have to play Dongichoti and Halai. It's late in the night where they are as well, so fair play to everyone. If Europe keeps consistently being so good at Terra Mystica, maybe we have to move the Premier League. Nomads are done. They are, all they have to do is pass now. Dongichoti as Riverwalkers builds their final. We've got a bit of table talk. F7. There's some network fight going on there. Dongichoti has built his final trading post. He's got one more dwelling, which will go on B6, I guess, and he's done. Cultists have got, yes, that's right, Claybo. It's Terra Mystica ASMR. What do? They tap the microphone. Matt the Lesser has passed. He's passed everyone. He's done, but he did get to 15 network. So 2 structures left on the board. Nomads likewise pass on 15. Riverwalkers are going to be on 15 network. What do Yetis end up on? Yetis have got workers to come. They're going to build a town and take more workers. This Yetis game is mad. I've got no idea what they finish on. Zero idea. That's a nice dwelling. That green on yellow. That just caps this all off. Tough game for Nomads. Yeah, Patrick. They built loads of dwellings early. They really smashed the dwellings out, but then they were kind of left with nowhere to go in a way. It's tricky. They had cultists colour neighbour, but cultists were kind of boxed in, so they weren't really threatening the yellows. Dongichoti, does he have? I don't think he's got any more actions to take. He could take a priest. Doesn't seem worth it. So I think Dongachoti passes. Sanctuary Town in the south, we're saying yes, okay. So Halai takes the workers, builds a sanctuary. But I mean, the network fight is really tricky, but does he not build a dwelling on I3? Yetis need one more priest for shipping. Okay, so Yetis aren't connected yet. I hadn't considered that. I mean, you trust that Halai has got this worked out. They've spent fucking long enough doing it. You'd hope he's worked it out. It's 1 o'clock. I can't even look at the time. Sanctuary Fire 2 Power Town. Well, there we go. There's the sanctuary. You were correct, folks. My happy audience. They have a 4-point sanctuary. When I was talking about Yetis earlier, I'd forgotten that their big buildings are worth 4 points. But you're right, Age. They don't need Fire 2. It's a town as is. Earth 3. 1, 2, 3. So Earth 3 gives them 4 power. Yetis are just mad. This is madness. I mean, they are going to win, are they? No connect. This is big, and he's got a load of Twitch viewers watching, and he's got 3 fellow Premier League players. Deep Finesse completely missed the temp ship plan. Not sure. I guess he means about the early game. Halai took a 3. He took a worker town. He's now on 102 points. His next move is to take the worker power action. Fail. He says fail in the chat. Is it a miscalculation? We were singing his praises. He has connect. No. He has advanced ship once. He is on 2 shipping. I think he was hoping to get Earth 3 and the power town. He advances shipping. He's connected. He's on 13 network. And he's done. So that's, I hate to say it, but maybe a bit of an anticlimax. Wait, he's got another priest. And he just bumps Earth with the priest. And now, finally, he's done. Finally, this game is done. I don't know who's won. Let's watch it come in. I'm actually kind of glad I stayed up to stream this. This has been quite a cool game. Maybe all the Premier League games like this, and I miss out because I go to bed. But so the Colts are coming in. It's obviously a load of Colt points for Matt the Lesser. I don't even know who's won distance. Again, remember we've got greatest distance on the Fahrenheit scoring, but after the Colts, it's Cultists by 8. Yetis don't have network points. After all of that, it's 12 points apiece for Matt, Dongachote, and 18 points. And it's Cultists. It's Matt the Lesser. Unbelievable. What a game! Wow. Huge game from Matt. Incredible. He would have overflowed the bowls. Is that so? We think with this town, how I wanted to take the power town and Earth 3, but he couldn't. He couldn't take the power gain. The connection was big swing. That connection by Matt when everyone else had passed, we thought he was just sticking on no shipping and punting connection entirely, and he just snuck down there. They'd passed, they couldn't stop him. He snuck down there. We'll watch the chat. Not gonna lie, I thought it was dead last for that game until the very end. Dongichoti thinks that Halai should have cut him off. Red Alert says, "Couldn't Halai have made 2 TPs?" I'm not gonna go into the ifs and buts. We don't have time. Please, everyone, feel free. We have in the Discord. We have this post-game discussion. Go in there, talk about the what's, the what ifs and stuff. Happy to have that discussion. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, everyone. After dark, yeah, it was great having you all. This was a cool game. Matt the Lesser has won, and if we look at the table, he only had a 3rd place in a bye week, so that puts Matt right back in the mix for this season. Halai gets a 2nd place though, which still means Halai's in a strong position. Cool. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy your games, America League, if you're playing soon, and hopefully next week Weber will be back. And yeah, it's been tiring, but it's been fun. Thank you, everyone. See you later.